Text us. Text JJR. And whatever you want to say to the number 96893. Or call us. 877-937-1047. Kyle, how was Family Picture Day?
Oh, you guys, I just feel like I have like a huge weight lifted now that it's over with. I literally down to the minute before we had to leave, I was putting together outfits for everyone and trying to piece it together. And I can't say I love how it turned out. I definitely looked at Scott and said, please don't let me procrastinate this next year. Please just remind me of the stress that we're going through.
So you need to work on next year's outfits today.
Yeah, that's what he said. He literally said, start planning it right now then, because eventually you're going to wait till the last minute. But we actually went to that Pecan Lakes. They have a little like a botanical garden there or whatever, and it's so pretty. And it was once we got there, the kids were happy. Leading up to it, they were not happy. They were like, ugh, family pictures. And I'm like, it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be so fun.
Your Instagram story had me dying. You're like, Family Picture Day, everyone's favorite day of the year. And then you flip to Easton and he's so over it. Does not want to be there.
Okay, once we got there, they were actually in good spirits.
Good.
But his face was like that because we made a little friend. There was a little duck that came up to us. And we realized it was because there's a feeder where people can buy food to feed the ducks. And so I'm pretty sure the duck thought that we had some food for him. But Easton is not about mascots, and he's not about animals coming up to him. And so where he was standing, where our photographer was taking the pictures of him, he was he kept looking over there. I'm like, just look at the camera. I swear the duck's not coming to you. I promise.
The duck's like, you got any grapes?
Exactly. But it ended up turning out really good, and I hope the pictures turn out really great.
Well, I saw the one thing awesome. I saw your stories too, but I saw the picture or the video of Addie and Easton next to each other, back to back, and I was like, man, those kids are big.
I know.
They're big, so grown up, and their outfits are very cute.
Yeah,
but the thing is, what I liked about it is that you didn't see your outfit or your husband's outfit, so it's kind of like the mystery is still there.
Yeah,
do they match? Do they not? All of a sudden, Kyle's wearing bright green. What's the mystery?
And did you see the camera, the actual camera, to see are there good ones in there that you're like, yes?
Honestly, we've had the same photographer who's done our family pictures literally for the last 10 years. So I never asked to look. I just know she's going to do an amazing job.
When do you get them, and when can you post something?
She said that she was going to put together a little sneak preview because she's actually going out of town for Thanksgiving, and she's so nice. She's like, I'm just going to put a little gallery sneak preview for you in case you want to start your Christmas card because the Black Friday deals or when I like to strike.
Yes.
So pretty soon, I guess maybe at the beginning of next week, maybe. I don't know.
Well, in the meantime, if you go to Kyle's Instagram, at Unfug, you can see the stories, and maybe we can put them up on John J. Rich on Instagram. So Peyton, tell us how you reward yourself.
Okay, so
because I think it's important to reward yourself.
I think so too. Yeah, and I'm really, really bad at doing my laundry. And Kyle, you might be able to relate to this too, because you were just telling us the other day how you had all types of clothes all over the floor, right? It's almost overwhelming sometimes.
Yes.
So I have so much clothes in my closet, and I get to the point where I wear it all, and then my laundry bin is overflowing, and then I'll do all the loads of laundry, but then I don't fold them or put them away. They just end up on the couch, and then I end up laying on them, and then I have to rewash them because then I feel like they're dirty again, and then it's a whole thing. But every now and then, I get a little second wind in me, and I'm like, I'm gonna put my clothes away. I'm gonna hang up all my clothes, and it literally takes me an hour to do it all. But every single time, I'm just I deserve a sweet treat, and I go drive to Sonic.
I love it. Literally, last night after the pictures, I was like, everyone deserves an award. And there's a little pizza and gelato place. Gelato for everyone.
Yes.
What would you get at Sonic?
Oh my gosh, I get a blue coconut cream slush.
Their banana shakes are the best.
Oh, that sounds
ever.
Delicious.
Yeah, Sonic goes off, man.
It's so bomb. I like their cream slushes. It's half ice cream and then half slushy.
Yes.
So good.
You know what's interesting about rewarding yourself is I also do that, but it's usually spur of the moment, and it's kind of I don't know if this makes sense. It's retroactive. I'm somewhere and I'm not planning it. All of a sudden, there's unlimited mac and cheese, and I'm not going to eat mac and cheese. I wasn't planning to eat mac and cheese, but I want the mac and cheese. So I'll scoop up the mac and cheese, and in my brain, I'll be like, well, I did this, this, and this.
Yeah.
So I could go ahead and reward myself.
Yeah.
Versus I did this, this, and this. I'm going to go, I think I'll have mac and cheese tonight. It's more it's happening now. Let me find a reason to reward myself.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
That works.
Not really, because I eat the mac and cheese. In fact, I bring this up because 2 days ago I was having mac and cheese. I was at a buffet, and it was all you could eat mac and cheese. And I was scooping the mac and cheese, and my son Dutch was like, "This mac and cheese is so good." My mouth is watering talking about it. I was scooping the mac and cheese up to put into a bowl, and I got bear hugged from behind. "Hey man, what's up?" And I got a big bear hug. So I put the ladle back down and ended up not eating the mac and cheese. And I looked at it as if that was a sign from God saying, "Chill out on the mac and cheese."
So what Peyton is talking about is rewarding herself. What you were talking about is torturing yourself.
Yeah, I guess so. Or listening to the signs from the other side.
Yeah.
I
Like, don't eat
self-punish.
that mac and cheese, bro. You didn't do anything good today.
That's very Catholic of you, self-punishing.
I know. Anyway, so what else? How do you reward yourself, Rich? Or do you not?
Well, so I take my wife's approach because I'll take a bite of something and then that pretty much satisfies.
It doesn't have to be food related.
Well, if it is food, and that is definitely a reward. I like a sweet treat, but I know I'm not supposed to have sugar. So I'll take a bite and then I'll just be done with it. A forkful and then be done with it. And, Stacey's lived her whole life that way, and she seems to look good, like at the things she does.
Yeah.
She seems to have a balance. I'm trying to learn balance from her, because normally I would look at a pie and want to eat 5 slices.
Yeah, there's a pie left over in the kitchen from the potluck.
Doesn't it look good?
The
Pumpkin pie.
I was like,
And
why
it's
wouldn't you
Costco.
put it in the fridge?
But I love room temperature pie. It's hard to not eat that pie.
It
Like
is.
this morning when I got up there was a whole bowl of grapes. I love grapes. And I was just like, I should have some of those grapes. No, I can't have it.
It's the moderation. Just have a
Yeah.
little bit, and then you move on and forget about it.
I went hiking yesterday. It's my new thing, hiking. And after a hike, I wanted to go and get a massage, but I don't really have a massage place. So it was just an idea, but I thought, I should go get a massage right now. Let me go reward myself for
That's
this hike.
a treat.
But it didn't happen.
You know what you should do?
What?
You should go to Prime IV, get a drip, which you love, and then sit in one of their massage chairs. 'Cause
But I don't
that
want
was
to go anywhere to
fantastic.
get a drip.
He wants it to come to him.
All right, that's what I do. I'm getting a drip on Monday. They're coming to my house.
See, you're rewarding yourself and
I'm
punishing
saying
yourself.
You wanted a massage, and I was thinking of combining
Those
two
massage
parts of your
chairs are
world.
okay when you sit in them while you're getting something done, but like to go and just sit in a massage chair doesn't work for me.
But that's what I'm saying. You get a drip while you do it.
Oh, that's a great idea. I
know.
love that Prime IV. In fact, aren't you doing it because you're sick or people are sick around you?
Yeah, everyone's dropping like flies. Our boss was just sick.
Don't do it.
My son was just sick. His teacher was sick for like the entire week, and I just went to his school the other day to volunteer to help with like the vision and hearing screenings. And
I'm like, you need to do that.
You're
in here.
doing that?
I'm doing mine today. My hearing one today.
they put me on the vision one, which I was like, that's probably a smart choice because I am not the greatest at the hearing part. But literally, they had like a stack of papers of all the kids that were absent because
Oh, really?
like the flu's going
What if
around.
they put you on the hearing one, but you misheard and you went to the vision one? I guess you'll go to the vision one then. I guess she's over there.
I guess we tried to have her on the hearing one, but she just walked in there. So we're.
I'm glad you're doing the IV stuff because I remember in the beginning of my IV stuff trying to get you to do it, and you were like, and now you're all in on it. That's good.
Well, yeah, because there's something. Now I'm going to forget it again. Peyton, you were with me.
I don't remember.
But there's something in the drip that I feel like made me feel bad afterwards. And if I guess they mix the drip with a different solution.
It helps you?
And it helps.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Prime IV. Good stuff. All right. What's coming? 3 things you need to know, Kyle.
The Venezuelan man accused of killing Georgia nursing student Laken Riley has been found guilty of her February murder. He's convicted on 3 counts of felony murder, counts of malice murder, kidnapping with bodily injury, aggravated assault with intent to rape, and peeping Tom. The judge gave him the maximum possible penalty on all the charges, 2 life sentences plus 27 years. He will rot in prison. Okay. If you've been feeling stressed for whatever reason, they say go ahead and scream or vent at an AI chatbot. Just go ahead and do it because they said venting can actually boost your psychological well-being. The study actually found venting to an AI chatbot can reduce high and medium arousal negative emotions compared to traditional journaling. So, like, people in this study actually felt less anger and frustration after interacting with the chatbot, even if they were screaming at it.
I wouldn't.
The researchers attributed this to the chatbot's ability to provide real-time, personalized responses, which may have actually helped participants feel validated in the way they felt.
Those robots talk? They're going to talk about you, and you're going to be the first ones they come after, as Peyton says, when they flip the switch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that sounds good until the AI robot starts yelling back at you, and then now I'm crying.
I I know.
The Kim Kardashian robot. Did you see her photo shoot in the lingerie?
That was so weird.
She's like holding hands with the robot and is wearing lingerie.
Kim, if you got hired to market that thing, show it doing some laundry. Because I don't need to buy a $30,000 robot to do a photo shoot with. I just don't. I don't. She's so odd sometimes, but I love her. McDonald's McRib is back, you guys. They announced the return of the McRib yesterday. It will come back December 3rd for a limited time only at participating locations. There is a unique twist on it this year, though. It's returning, and its sauce can be bought separately by the half gallon.
Okay.
I love the McRib sauce.
You love it,
It
that
really
much.
is good.
But a half gallon is that is a
I know.
huge thing of sauce.
It'll go.
But
It'll kick
maybe
yours.
they're just inspiring you to bring a McRib inspired dish to your Christmas
It's
celebration.
very
or
similar
something.
to KC Masterpiece sauce. I used to chug that out of a bottle.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
so
really?
good. I love barbecue
You
sauce.
stick it on a salad. It makes it that much delicious.
So good.
Well, the McRib half gallon sauce is only $19.99. You can scoop yours up, John Jay. Hey, whoever gets John Jay for Secret Santa.
Oh, no. I don't want it now because now there's lots of sugar. I don't do it anymore.
No.
No. I could do the Trader Joe's has a healthy barbecue sauce. So give me that one.
Okay. That's 3 things you need to know.
It's horoscope time. You want to get your sign read, you call us at 877-937-1047. Payne, what's the vibe?
It's World Television Day, so I'm going to tell you which iconic TV show represents your sign.
Veronica, good morning. What's your sign? Veronica.
Cancer?
Cancer. Okay, for my Cancers, the iconic TV show for you is This Is Us. It's emotional depth and family loyalty, which is 100% you, Cancers. Like the Pearsons, you hold people close, but don't let nostalgia trap you in the past. Live your now.
Thank you. Thank you.
This Is Us was such a great show. The first episode of the first season, the very end, the twist at the end, I will never forget. It made me cry. I remember I watched it, and I watched my wife watch it to see if she would cry, and she did. It was such a great show.
Yeah, I think everybody just boohoo cried. And like
Every episode.
every episode. And it actually kind of made me like Mandy Moore played her character so well that it made me dislike her. I was like, you get on my last nerves.
Hi, Nicole. What's your sign?
Hi, good morning, guys. I love you so much. I've been watching you listening to you guys for years.
Thank you.
I'm an Aries.
Okay, Aries, also in the news, the show for you, the iconic TV show for you is Euphoria. Drama, check. Chaos, check. Like Rue navigating her wild world, your life feels like a constant adrenaline rush. So just remember, not every problem needs to be solved with impulsive decisions. Sometimes chill is the move for my Aries.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks, Nicole. Thanks for listening. Stephanie, hi.
Hey, John, Dan, Rich, Kyle, and Pearson.
Hi.
Steph here. I am a Taurus.
Okay, so for Taurus, the iconic TV show for you is The Great British Bake Off. Cozy vibes and slow pacing, that is 100% my Taurus's jam. So like a perfectly proof sourdough, you are all about stability and sweet rewards, so don't let minor critiques or soggy bottoms ruin your zen, Taurus.
Soggy bottom.
Soggy bottom. I don't have a soggy bottom.
That's
but
okay,
hey,
dear.
it's awesome. I love to cook.
Good, this is perfect
Have
for
a
you
good
then.
day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, Anthony. What's your sign?
Hey, I'm a Kyle.
I'm a Kyle. I love that. So if you're a Kyle, then that means that you are a Libra. So Anthony and Kyle, the TV show for you guys, one of my all-time favorites, Gossip Girl. So XOXO Libras, you guys are the glamorous social butterfly with a knack for balance and tea spilling. But remember, true harmony comes from within and not the number of hearts on your latest IG post. So keep that in mind for World Television Day.
All right, that's pretty cool. 'Cause I have some tattoos of some butterflies. But I'm a straight man.
That's so
But I'm a
perfect.
straight man.
Okay.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah, I did want to say, John Jay, man, and Rich, I've been listening to you guys forever. Since middle school, when Carrie used to work, and, you know, and throughout the years, I've done 12 years in prison, so I would wake up every morning to you guys, too.
Is our show pretty popular in prison?
It absolutely. I know people right now are listening. It's
In
popular
prison.
in the jails, like inside the jails. We get radios, like at Pima County. But in the prison itself, absolutely, they got Runners Club in the morning, like at 5, and everyone's on the radio
Right on.
That's what I do.
Shout
I
out.
do my work.
Thanks, Anthony.
Shout out to everybody locked up and struggling on the street.
Thanks, brother. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you for listening, man.
All right, take care. Thanks.
And thank you for listening in prison. By the way, if we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjaneRich.com. A lot of times around Christmas, people say, hey, we want to help. We want to help a family. Do you know anybody? And that's what we're asking. This is your chance. You can help somebody. Shoot us an email. Go to 1047kissfm.com, click on Christmas Wish, and nominate a family that needs help this Christmas season. It's Christmas Wish. Christmas Wish, right? So johnjaneRich.com or 1047kissfm.com. We're going to get the stacks and hacks. But I had to say, my wife just texted me. You know, we got this dog, Pablo, that we adopted from Kyle's father-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Kitty.
He is a Bernese Mountain Doodle mixed with a Golden Retriever. He's an amazing dog. The dog's like almost human. But she just texts me. She goes, now, every morning and every night before I go to bed, I take a baseball and I roll my foot over a baseball. It's supposed to be really good for you. I do it with a lacrosse ball, but my dogs ate the lacrosse ball, so I have a baseball. It's actually an autographed baseball by a famous baseball player. I just don't remember who. So I rub my foot over it. It's supposed to be really good for you, right?
Okay.
She goes, good morning. Pablo decided at 5:30 in the morning to play with your baseball, roll it down the stairs, and bring it back up 100 times.
Oh my God.
Not a fun way to wake up. This dog is so cute, but the partying has to stop.
So he's played fetch with himself the best way he can figure out.
But it's a hard baseball and it's wood floors. So it's
Oh
boom,
my
boom,
gosh.
boom, 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 boom. Also, I'm aware that the dog eats the balls, so I put the ball in my drawer. So how did he get it out of my drawer? That's what I don't
Right,
understand.
he's good, man. He's real good.
Oh my gosh.
So damn funny. Anyway, stacks and hacks. Do you know sweet potatoes and yams are not the same thing? I didn't know that. I thought people just call them different because they were trying to be smart.
What is the difference, though? Because they look pretty much the same.
They're two different species of root vegetable with very different backgrounds and uses, Kyle. That's all I got. I mean, I guess I could go on. Yams are uncommon in America. They're native to Africa and Asia.
Oh, so probably if they're called yams, they're probably not really yams? Is that what we're seeing?
I am
Sounds
what
like
I
it.
am.
Okay.
It's National Stuffing Day today. According to Google Trends, the states that love it the most, California, Arizona, West Virginia. Kraft is releasing a limited edition everything bagel version of their classic mac and cheese. Special release is happening Black Friday. It'll be available at walmart.com.
Okay, we need to stop with too much of the everything but bagel seasoning stuff. It's like the pumpkin spice all over again.
I love everything but bagel
I
stuff.
see the seasonings everywhere. I see crackers flavored that way. I don't get it.
Also, the mac and cheese is fine by itself.
Yeah.
It sure is.
It's done for generations now.
Literally.
Cambridge Dictionary made this word the word of the year. Rich, what is it?
It is manifest.
Manifest is the word of the year. According to a study, self-driving cars are safer except at dawn, dusk, or when turning.
But it's
Or
straight
the-
line.
that's the
Or
truth.
when driving on a freeway, or when driving in a neighborhood,
What
or
the
when
hell?
going at slow speeds or long speeds.
Broad
High
daylight,
speeds.
straight road, you're good.
Someone in Boulder, Colorado put up a bunch of profane street signs. You guys see these?
No.
Okay, and they're, you know how it'll say, 35 miles an hour, and it's a really nice sign? They're not like crappy signs. They're real signs that look just like the city put the signs up. But the signs say stuff like, get off your damn phone. Slow the F down. Others say, don't kill any kids today. Slow down.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I know, crazy.
But sometimes those hit more than
know. Well,
the
they
other
are.
ones. So
Remember Barbenheimer?
yeah.
This weekend, they're calling it Glicked. Wicked is expected to make $110 million on opening weekend, and Gladiator 2 is supposed to make $65 million.
Let's call it Glicked.
Glicked.
Click, it's better.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually, it's
I-
Glicked. You're right.
It's
Glicked.
going to be interesting to see. I mean, obviously, we know Wicked's going to win, just like we knew Barbie was going to win.
We were predicting that, and I think it's going to do $150 million over the weekend. I think it's going to be that big.
Yeah, I was actually kind of looking up what your thoughts were yesterday, Rich, and I kind of came across that apparently everybody except for the people in the U.S. don't care about Wicked. It's only us.
Oh, really? That's
yeah,
okay.
the UK doesn't
Okay,
care.
because that's what I was interested to see. Because
Where-
I think Barbie made $1.45 billion globally.
Exactly. And so Barbie is global, right? Everybody has Barbie.
I'm still
so it
talking
doesn't
about
matter
U.S.
where you are.
$150 million U.S.
Okay, we'll see.
I think it'll be big.
Last night was the biggest night in country music. The biggest night in country music. And the biggest award in country music is the Entertainer of the Year award, right? Did you guys see what happened?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so Morgan Wallen won. Which makes sense. The guy's humongous, selling out arenas. Jeff Bridges, the actor, was supposed to announce who the winner was, which is Morgan Wallen.
And the CMA Award for Entertainer of the Year goes to Morgan Whalen.
Waylon?
Oops. No, it's Waylon Jennings. Morgan Wallen.
Did you watch any of it last night?
No.
I flipped it on when, you know how, like, what they do is they bring pop stars in all the time?
All the time.
Yeah, well, so was Teddy Swims doing, Lose Control. I'm like, that's not country.
It could be a country song, though. I feel like Lose Control could cross over.
Put a little slide guitar in there.
Yeah.
I done lost control.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
All right, so it is time for Christmas tree putting up. And this is from, you know how there's the Spirit Halloween store? This is from the Spirit Christmas store. They're telling you the best hack on how to get your Christmas tree right. So let's say you've got a 6-foot tree. You will need, for every 1 foot of tree, 100 lights and 20 ornaments. If you use that formula, you are good to go with all your trees. So just adjust the math for your tree size. And I think you can find all of the lights and the trees and everything at the Spirit Christmas store and all the other Christmas stores that are popping up all over the place. And that hack and many more can be found at johnjaneRich.com.
John, Jay, and Rich, you can shoot us a text anytime. You text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. You can also call us, like we're live in the studio right now, 877-937-1047. Last night, my son had a basketball game last night. Peyton, you had a basketball game too, right?
Yeah, we played last night.
Yeah. How'd you guys do?
We lost by 11.
Yikes.
We should have won, though. It's a bummer.
You know what happened yesterday? So Dutch is the varsity team on varsity, and he's hurt right now, so he's not playing. But they were playing a team where the coach for the other team a long time ago was Dutch's coach in middle school. Okay? So in the locker room, I can hear, I'm standing outside the locker room, and Dutch is trying to motivate everybody. And he's screaming and yelling. He's like, "This is personal!" Like he's playing against the middle school coach, that's now the varsity coach of the other school, like yelling how this isn't big, this is personal. Like we got to destroy this team. It's personal.
Oh my God.
I love that. I love to hear that from Dutch. Like we played Mesquite High School like back over the summer, and their head coach is the same head coach that I beat to win a state championship. I had the same thing with the girls. I was like, I've never lost to this coach. We cannot lose this game. This is personal. I don't really care for her kid. All types of stuff. But I actually really do like her. I really do like her daughter. She's really, really awesome. But that was my motivation. You know what I mean? I was like, this is so personal.
Well,
they're awesome.
When we were getting ready for the game yesterday, my wife was like going over bills and stuff. And I've been thinking about something, a conversation her and I had about the Bills last night. And I'm thinking that I got my math wrong, but I'm not sure. So she says to me, she was looking up, you know how you get charged for all these apps? Like, and I watch all these shows and all these different apps. So she says to me, do you use the Disney Plus app? Right? And I thought about it for a long time. And I don't. I was disappointed in the last Star Wars movie or TV show. I didn't. And I know there's all these great things on there. And if my kids were younger, maybe I would use it. But I sat there and I thought, I'm going to make a business decision. She was at $79 a year.
Ooh.
And I was like, you know what? No. I'll go, unless it's part of a bundle. And she goes, no, I don't think it is. So I'd like, dump it. Just dump it. And I felt kind of cool that to dump it. And then in my stomach was like, oh, God, I hope there's nothing on Disney that I need. And then she goes, what about Peacock? Do you use Peacock? And I'm like, I do use Peacock because Peacock has Saturday Night Live. I used to watch. I watch that right away. And then I watch it. There's a couple new shows that are dropping on Peacock that I want to see. And I'm like, I do use Peacock. She's like, that's $13 a month. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll use it, right? To me, $13 a month sounds cheaper than $79 a year.
Yeah.
Right? Then she says, do you use Paramount Plus? She goes, that's $7.99 a month. I'm like, I do use Paramount
And what
Plus.
a bargain. It's $7.99 a month.
I'm like, yeah, don't dump that. And then I was like, this morning I woke up and I'm like, why did she give me the annual fee for Disney Plus?
Because that's how they charge it. It's like Disney, they don't do monthly fee. You do an annual fee for Disney Plus, but then you do like a monthly for all the other streaming ones.
Oh, well, so I fell for it. I don't know if that's good marketing or not, but I was kind of like, my math was way off. And I'm like, I'm not paying $79.
They got a lot bundled into that Disney one. You got the Hulu in there, too.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm saying, is it for sure? If you get Disney, you get Hulu? Because, I mean, I use
Well, mine is.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. What?
$80. So it's $80 for the year.
Right.
Divided by 12 months, it's $666 a month.
It's the cheapest app out of them all. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
No way.
Well, it's her fault the way she. I need Disney Plus back.
Yeah, you should get it back. Like Disney Plus has like all the OG Disney Channel movies and TV
Right,
shows.
but I don't think I've looked at anything in the last 6 months on Disney Plus.
Right.
Even Wolverine dropped last week, and I was kind of like, I think I might watch that, but I'm not going to.
I'm like, that's my most used app.
Is it?
All the Star Wars, all the Indiana Jones are on there.
I know. But
I like the
all of them.
cartoons.
I know what you're saying. It's
All
like,
the
I think if
Marvel?
you had to like only pick one, it would be Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
I
the
would.
tier of streaming
And
Yeah.
then what?
platforms.
Then what after Netflix? Prime, maybe?
Disney
Maybe
Plus.
Prime.
It's like I'm not great at making decisions in my house. In fact, Rich witnessed this the other day too. I was in a meeting with Rich, and I got a text from Moon Valley Nurseries. Right, they've been redoing our front yard and our backyard. It's freaking amazing. Like you know how, and Kyle, you just got your hair done the other day. You know how great you feel after a haircut?
Yes.
Right, when your hair's done. Right. That's how I feel my house looks right now. Like I'm so happy with the way my house looks. Right. But in the meeting with Rich, my wife was out of town, and Moon Valley Nurseries texted me and said, hey, we're coming today to put the oleanders in. And they send me a picture of where they're going to put the oleanders. Now, we had oleanders die, and they're putting new oleanders in. And they go, just want to confirm this is where you want them. And I text, go, yeah, it looks great. And I was like, oh my God, what if that's not where she wants them?
Uh-oh.
And I said,
What if-
are they up against a fence? They're probably not going in the middle of your yard. That's probably fine.
And then can you imagine if I put it, Blake's like, no, I want them in the middle of the yard. And I was like, oh, I had like a stomach pain. And I sent Blake the picture of the oleanders and what they said. And she didn't get back to me forever. And meanwhile, they're putting up the oleanders. And I'm like, I just destroyed our backyard. And I really argued with her in my head, like, that's where they used to be. Why wouldn't they go right back there again? Right? Turns out, it was fine.
Okay, good.
But I was literally sick to my stomach about it. And like the next day, Rich goes, everything worked out for the oleanders? Because he knew.
Because I felt like I was part of that, and that would be a problem.
Rich said that this is where they go.
I mean, I don't mind upsetting John Jay, but I do not want to piss off Blake Van Ness.
It was so stressful. Speaking of, get into that, your date with your wife at Houston's.
Oh, my God. So this falls into the category, and I wonder if anybody can relate to this. Like, why don't people listen to me? Did you ever have that? Like, why didn't you listen when I said, like, because I don't want to be the person who's like, I kind of said something about that, because that seems disingenuous too. Now, my wife, Stacy, her favorite thing is being right all the time. But we had a meeting to go to in the middle of the week, and I said, come with me and we'll go get dinner. We'll have a date afterwards because we don't have kids. So we'll just go, we'll eat somewhere early, and that'll be that. So she decided on...
You have kids, just not at home.
Well, yeah, not at home.
Do we get rid of them? Or?
The kids disappeared,
not
you guys.
staying with us at that
Done.
moment. So at this point, we have one night a week where the kids aren't all, in the house. That's the one night where they're, with their other prospective parents. So, like, let's go get the meeting. We'll get the dinner early, and then we'll have a date, a proper date, just you and I. So she chooses Houston's, and I said, you better call because they're always crowded. And she's like, I don't need to call. We can walk right in. It's in the middle of the week. And I said, when have you walked in there and not seen that place crowded?
That place is always crowded. You can't get in.
That's
tried
what I said.
all different times of the day. That place
All
is slammed.
different times of
It's
day.
been there 100 years, and it's always packed.
And it's always, and it's like two old people like to eat early. So it's either going to be young, cool people eating later or old people eating early. Either way. So we have the meeting and we drive there. I'm like, oh, did you call? She's like, no, I didn't call. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's going to be crowded. She's like, okay, let me prove you wrong. So we pull up and it's an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, my goodness. That's a long wait.
So I'm like, can we eat at the bar? And they're like, you could eat at the bar, but that is also an hour and 45-minute wait. And I said, well, that's okay. We didn't make a reservation. We'll just sit here and wait. So we did.
An hour and 45 minutes.
God dang, what are you talking
Seems
about?
like the joke's on both of you. I mean, that way you're all...
I'm like,
There's no way I would have gone there.
what are we going to do? We're going to go somewhere
Just
else?
Go somewhere else. Yeah.
go somewhere
You have
else.
an hour and 45 minutes. Within that period
No,
of time
she
when
wouldn't.
you're waiting, you could drive all the way across town and eat and be done at a different
There's a
restaurant.
fish place north of there, and then there's a Nectar. You're going to get acai bowls.
I figured it couldn't possibly be an hour and 45. They were just saying that.
Yeah.
That you see empty tables, so you figured they're going to bus them and then you're going to be next. But we were not.
Oh, no, because that's totally a thing, though, where they're like, don't want to sit anyone, and then you sit, and then you're there for 15 minutes, and they're like, your table's ready. I'm like, ha!
At one point, she looked over and she's like, I know you want to say that you're right, and you're not doing it. She's like, and that pisses me off more. Because I said, no, I'm here with you. It doesn't matter. As long as we're together, we're good.
It's kind of cringe. It's cute, though.
I know you want to say you're right, and you're not saying you're right.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, we've got Post Malone tickets like an hour and a half from now. And I was kind of working on a game, but my game kind of got rejected. We're going to play another game later for Post Malone tickets. But I still put together the game. You know what I mean? So I thought maybe we could just play it in here. But it won't be for Post Malone tickets, just for funsies, the four of us.
Okay.
The rejected game?
Yeah, this game is not good enough for real Post Malone tickets. But it's good enough to play in here. Okay? So it's Thursday. I got a game for you.
It's Thursday and John just got a game for you.
This game are things that rhyme with Malone.
Okay.
Why would that get rejected?
Malone.
Rich, what you might feel if you're by yourself.
Alone.
Macaulay Culkin movie. Home.
Alone.
Yes. Kyle, a skeleton is made of these hard parts. You throw them to dogs.
A bone.
Yes. Peyton, a shape with a circular base that tapers to a point. You could put ice cream on them.
A cone.
Yes. Kyle, perfect genetic copy of something or someone.
A clone.
Yes. Rich, a flying machine, often used for aerial photography.
A drone.
Yes. Peyton, a sound of pain or discomfort.
A moan.
Yes. Kyle, to sharpen a skill or blade.
Oh, I was going to say to hone.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, to hone.
Or blade?
Rich, something widely recognized or understood.
Something wildly under... Do you know it? I don't know it.
Known.
No, it is known.
Dummy.
It is known.
You just said I don't know it. Peyton, money borrowed that must be repaid.
Alone.
Kyle, a sound made when someone is sad, in pain, or passionate lovemaking.
Also a moan.
A moan. Rich, to possess something.
To own.
Peyton, a device used to make phone calls.
A phone.
Kyle, a hard natural substance often found on the ground.
A rock?
A stone.
A stone.
Another name for a rock. A
Stone's
stone.
kind of right.
Rich, to atone for something you did wrong.
And it's not a tone?
It is a tone. Peyton, an area or region with specific characteristics.
A zone.
A zone.
You're on fire.
And that's my fun little game.
Thursday and John just got a game for you.
So today they released, this is pretty big, I think. That's why I want to stop down and do it. The best hit songs of the century so far.
Dang.
Of the century.
Okay, so when you say century, what year does that start?
I don't know.
Single ladies.
That's a good one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's number one.
It is?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
seriously?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Came out in 2008.
Okay, so 2000s.
Yeah, that was number one. I didn't think you would get that at all.
What?
Wow.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let you finish, but Beyonce had the best music video of all time.
Of all times.
Okay, so keep guessing, but I'm going to start counting down from 25. 25 is Dirt Off Your Shoulder, Jay-Z, right? Sunflower, Post Malone.
Big.
Hold On, We're Going Home with Drake is number 22. Get Low is 19. Sicko Mode, Travis Scott is 18. In the Club is number 17. Despacito is 15. Thank You Next, Ariana Grande is 12. I'm Sorry, Miss Jackson is number 11. Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us is number 10.
Oh,
number
big.
10, best hit song of the century so far. Number 9 is Usher, Yeah. 8, Lose Yourself.
That would have been my guess for number one.
7, Mr. Brightside, The Killers.
Oh, that's great, too.
Okay, so now
It's got to be like the Backstreet Boys we were all singing.
nope.
I want it that way.
Nope, that might have been the last century.
Yeah, I think that's 90.
What about like Justin Bieber Babies?
Nope.
Century. Isn't Century 100 years?
Well, I think they're starting at 2000. Sounds like these are all 2000.
Okay, well, he said century.
Centuries so far.
What about Centuries by Fall Out Boy?
Okay.
Oh,
So-
Centuries.
Here is number 5.
My
Good.
go-to karaoke.
Anything else? Anything else? Anybody else want to guess what number 4 is?
Is there something
Bye, bye,
country
bye.
on there? Oh, Bye 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 is a good guess.
Nope.
Cause we pop 'em like Wolverine and Baka.
This song is so good.
Ill.
I love Lil Wayne.
That was 2008. That's number 4.
Post Malone Rockstar.
Nope. This is number 3.
Well, maybe we got lost in translation. Maybe I asked for
tired.
All Too Well
Okay.
Taylor's version 2021.
I guess.
Anyone want to guess anything else? Anything else? Number 2. What's the number 2 best hit song of the century so far? I love this. I listen to this song.
Can't stop the feeling.
Nope. I listen to this song at least once a week. Close. You're
Kanye.
close.
Kanye. So it's Kanye.
It's Kanye.
So, graduation, flashing lights. I don't know. Let's play Monster.
Nope.
Farther, Hester, Stronger.
Nope. I literally once a week I listen to this song.
Gold Digger.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna show them how we get down. Selena, you just like the safe belt. Saved my life.
Insecure.
It's a good one.
Such a good one.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the top, and then Kyle got it was Single Ladies is the number 1 song.
Wow, that was crazy. Really impressive, Kyle.
That's number 1. Speaking of TV, we're gonna get into TV shows because first of all, real quick, has anyone started watching Cross?
No.
Yes.
Okay, how far are you on Cross?
I'm on the 3rd episode.
Okay, I'm on the last episode.
I'm scared.
How many episodes are
Watch
there?
it.
8.
Okay.
It is so good, and it just gets twisted and darker and creepier and creepier. What do you think so far?
It's good.
It's good,
really
huh?
compelling. Yeah,
Right,
it
good.
makes you. It's one of those shows that I feel like you just want to keep watching.
Oh, really?
You don't want to turn it off.
Are you to the point? Has the girl been kidnapped yet?
Yeah.
Isn't that creepy as hell?
Yeah.
Like if you're single, no more dating apps.
And the way he does it, he's like so convincing.
Yes.
Like she knows he catfished her, and yet she still ends up continuing to eat breakfast with him and going to his house.
So creepy. And there's other levels of things that happen in there. There's twists and turns, and like I was watching it up until about 6:00 last night, and I could not let that be the last thing I see before I go to sleep.
Right.
So I'm going to watch it midday today, hopefully get a finish of it. But it's on Amazon Prime, and it's called Cross, and it's really, really good. Also, I'm halfway through Shrinking. Have you seen the episode of Shrinking?
I haven't. You know what? I think my Apple TV Plus, whatever, the membership or subscription may be up.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't know if I want to re-up or not. I don't know. It's
What
a
do you-
good show, though. I love that show.
It is
So
good,
I'm
but this
like,
episode's, I'm just kind of like, eh.
Really? Oh,
Just
no.
because there's the storyline that I don't really like. It's the neighbor.
Oh,
something with
yeah,
the girl
yeah,
neighbor.
yeah.
Peyton, are you watching anything?
Yeah, I'm watching a couple of things. I started watching that Beauty in the Black one. Jonja, that
That's
you watched.
terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad acting, but it's kind of fun to watch. And then I'm watching High Potential with Kate Olsen, and I really, really like that one.
Oh, yeah, that's supposed to be real good.
Yeah,
On ABC, though,
it's
right?
really good. And then I started the one with Gretchen Wieners, the Hot Frosty.
Oh,
On
you know
Netflix?
that has a higher Rotten Tomato score than oh crap! I saw yesterday than than Gladiator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think
mean,
than Wicked too, or something like that.
It's cute. It's funny. It's silly, but I just can't get Gretchen Wieners out of my head. Every time I see her, I'm like, you.
Her last name is Wieners.
No, that's
In
what she
Mean
is in Mean
Girls.
Girls. I don't know her real name. I just know her as Gretchen Wiener.
And Rich, what about you?
Well, so, I don't have control over the TV a lot in my house, but when I walk in and I hear what my wife is watching, I'm like, what are you watching? That sounds like the worst acting of all time. And she was first into Love is Blind Mexico, where they overdub it in English. I wish they would have just left it in Spanish because I can kind of pick up on what that is.
They overdub it on a reality show?
Yeah. And
Jeez.
so you hear a little bit of the Spanish and you think you understand it, but then they start doing the English and it just sounds, I didn't know what's happening. It just sounds like bad dialogue. I pulled the clip for you.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
This is crazy. Hey,
Yeah?
how do you feel about being my wife?
Awesome. How do you feel about being my husband?
Really awesome.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
It feels really, really awesome.
Is that the worst thing you've ever heard?
Okay, so it's in Spanish, but they dub it over in English.
Yeah. And so you hear Spanish and you recognize some of the words because if you understand a little Spanish. But then she turns over this show called Sister Feud, which has taken over Netflix. And I don't understand what's happening, but it seems like from what I can follow from this plot, it's like they've fit in 5 seasons of TV shows in about 30 seconds. It's almost like a novella. Like one episode is like 5 seasons of TV. And I pulled the clip because I didn't know this was overdubbed either. I just walked in the room and I heard this dialogue. I'm like, what is happening? Here's part of Sister Feud that has been overdubbed in English. Really good acting.
Was it really so hard for you to help me become a mother? If you had just taken the deal, you'd be in an IVF clinic right now. You were this close to becoming a wealthy woman, but now you'll have to pay for making me infertile.
No. What more do you want? Please, how many times do I have to apologize?
Take her back.
So if you watch Sister Feud, it's really catching on Netflix. In the very first episode, this girl puts her sister in a prison and frames her for something. Then while she's in prison, takes her baby. The baby grows up, and the baby kills somebody in prison. And then the mom thinks the girl's dead, and then she goes back to find her, and she goes into prison to find her kid in prison and meets her in prison, and then they break out, and now they're on the run. and trying to get reunited with their family. It is incredible. You should watch it, just the first episode, even though it's overdubbed, just to see how much plot is in one episode.
I think, though, because when I hear the audio, I can see what you're saying, but I think you have to be watching it to
see how bad it is.
To get the overdub, right? Because when you hear it, it
just sounds like bad acting.
Kind of, just seems a little rushed. But I'm sure when you're watching it, it's like,
That show, Sister Feud, is the most rushed show of a plot I have ever seen in my life. So for that reason, it is worth you checking out. Just as a little 30-minute little, oh my God. But I like the show I'm watching right now is called The Lioness on Paramount. It's a CIA show, and it's awesome.
Yeah, season 1 was fantastic.
Season 2, the first episode's like a movie. It's great.
Kyle, what does Denzel Washington say about social media?
I think it's safe to say Denzel does not like social media whatsoever. He was doing an interview, obviously promoting Gladiator 2, but in it, social media came up, and he had this to say.
I pray for your generation because we did not have to deal with what you've had to deal with. And it's our fault for putting it in your hands. There were no 9 million opinions of every moment of my day. And people that like you and then suddenly they hate you and you don't understand why. And I never had an Instagram account. Never had one. LinkedIn. Twitter. I don't have any of those things.
He's so good. Every time I see any kind of video on Instagram or social media with him being interviewed or and he always has fantastic life advice. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about Travis Kelce, Jason Kelce?
So they were just, wrapping it up on their podcast, New Heights, and they talked kind of like what we were all talking about. There was big news about Beyonce, and that has to do with football. And then the conversation it just naturally went into Netflix's issues.
Beyonce halftime is coming to you live on Christmas Day.
Oh, I'm going to miss it. Hopefully Netflix can figure it out as well, because the last time,
dude,
my got froze literally on Mike Tyson's cheeks.
I didn't think Mike was going to win before, but I knew when I saw those cheeks he wasn't going to win.
Come on.
Lose your glutes, lose your game. He got an old man ass in that photo.
Lose your glutes, lose your game.
What did Stallone say about Mike Tyson?
Stallone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you have it in your thing.
I do?
You said you should win the actor for Best Actor award. Sylvester Stallone. Yeah. I could just do the story myself.
He basically just said that. Well, I mean, he kind of thought like what all of us thought, that it was totally rigged. And it's like you could see Mike Tyson holding back, so he said he should get the best Oscar for his performance in the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight.
He knows how to look like it hurts in a movie when you're boxing. Stallone probably more than anybody.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't think about it that way, but yeah, totally. And I don't know. The more clips that I see on social media, I don't know about you guys, but the more clips of that fight that I see, the more I'm like, it was actually bad acting. Like you could see them cueing each other.
Yeah, and then you take into account the slap the day before, and the girls in the back don't even flinch. I knew it was fake 24 hours before.
I wish it was better because it was not real. It should have been more entertaining.
I know. I agree.
Peyton, are you excited for the Coachella lineup? I think it's pretty big because last year sucked, I thought.
Yeah, it is really big. It's going to be Lady Gaga, Green Day, Post Malone, and Travis Scott. I'm super excited. I'm planning on going to Coachella for the first time ever this year.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Which day? All days?
So, yeah, I'd probably go all days. So, this is my PSA to you guys. Now I'm going to Coachella.
Charlie XCX. I'm like, this
Charli
is
XCX,
yeah, last year was a little disappointing, and I feel like they felt they needed to step up the lineup.
The only thing is, in my experience with a festival like this, I get excited for Travis Scott. In fact, we went to a festival day in Vegas because Travis Scott, and he canceled.
Yeah.
That's what I see happening.
Yeah, but his post was like, this is going to be the best one ever, a performance you'll never see.
Yeah, because he won't be there.
You'll never see it.
He specifically said he was really excited about it.
I'm really excited about Lady Gaga, though. That's going to be the one, and I hope she brings Beyonce out for Telephone.
Did you see the pictures from Liam Payne's funeral?
Yeah, so sad.
I know, right?
So sad. I actually really respect the fact that his family wanted to keep it private.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like it's so genuine. Not that it wouldn't be genuine if it was public, but it wouldn't let them actually grieve the death of their son and brother. You know what I mean?
We talk a lot about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, but I read this story about Logan Paul, the brother, what he did, which I thought, is it funny? Is it not funny?
I don't know. To me, it actually made him a little more unlikable.
Oh, really?
I mean, I see the idea being funny. So Logan Paul, he was supposed to do this interview, and the interview was supposed to ask all these questions about him promoting crypto projects without disclosing his financial interest in them. And so it was like supposed to be like this hard-hitting interview, but he actually sent a lookalike to the interview. So Logan Paul didn't go. He said someone who he thought looked like Logan Paul, but the interviewer, he knew from the second the guy showed up.
I have to say, the real Logan Paul looks very different.
Did you come all the way over here to ask about how I look?
Is Logan coming?
I'm right here, bud. You came all the way to Puerto Rico from England. This is your interview. What do you got?
Look, these are some very serious questions. You know, there are people who really want to know the answer to these questions.
I'm a serious person.
I'm not doing this.
Matt, no.
Like, to
Wait, so
me,
the
I
fake
get
Logan
the
Paul jumped
idea.
out?
No, the interviewer left.
Oh,
He said
okay.
he's not doing
He's
this
the one
because he
saying, "I'm
knew
not
it
doing
wasn't
this."
actually Logan Paul. To me, it's like the idea of sending a lookalike into this interview, funny, but you just wasted this guy's time.
Yeah,
Right,
you know who
especially
used to do that?
flies to England.
You know who did that a lot and no one knew until years later was Akon. He would send his brother to do interviews.
Oh my
Really?
gosh.
And they look alike. And he would do the whole interview. Nobody knew. And then years later, he's like, hey, by the way, that wasn't me. That was my brother.
That's insane.
I know.